With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins at certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota's skill set can help continue to evolve the position of quarterback in the NFL because his ability to run with the football, you may not utilize it as little as other coaches have in the past. You may emphasize that part of the game a little bit more.
Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And the offensive starters for Tennessee.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum. Because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Davis fighting. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They come in as the 3 seed in this very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this one. But while they wanted one of those top 2 spots, they're still in a pretty good position.
They are, and let's face it, any team that gets into the playoffs, as far as I'm concerned, they're in a good position because they're doing what the rest of the league wants. A lot of people are sitting at home watching them. But you made a good point. Everyone is vying for one of the top 2 spots. You get an opening, you get a week off, don't have to play that opening week, and then you get a chance to collect yourself and see how everything else falls. But all in all, number 3 spot, they'll take it and run with it.
Yeah, maybe they get a win here and get some momentum.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, Got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On second down, Michel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On second down, this is Harris. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sony Michel, 37 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's put that team on the hook.
From the gun, Mariota. This one into the hands of Burton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And now here comes Kansas City. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Michel. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down now. Michel. Oh, the ball is hit. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. It's picked up by the Titans. 20, 10, 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. They'll run with Harris. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Shaq Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the football there?
I'm right there with you. I would have thought at worst, quarterback sneak, try and pick up the 1st down and move on. But instead, I think they thought they could catch him by surprise and maybe hit something deep.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. And he gets it to Funchess complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota throwing middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, Michel. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Come on now, let's go.
7-7, our score after one. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second and 1, Mariota, and his throw's going to be incomplete. The Titans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Mariota to throw it. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Gordon, and he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep it with Smith on first down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Mariota now from the 50. He's got Burton here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
It's caught by Funchess. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. On 2nd and 7, Mariota. He's got Smith here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Mahomes now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 26-yard line. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. On first down, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 81 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Marcus Mariota and the Titans about to go on offense. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Funchess has it complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing, Mariota. And incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Now Mariota on the crossing route, complete. That's Lawson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Going to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. In on the stop, it was Dorrance Armstrong. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mahomes going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 31-yard line. Mahomes now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mahomes now pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Cameron Jordan just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's the first of 2 games here on this Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC Wildcard game. And it was the Buffalo Bills who are moving on as they were able to eliminate the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 38, Mahomes brought in over the middle by Grant. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. The 20, 10, and they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. It's picked up by the Titans, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and just like that, it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Mahomes now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. This is Michel on the counter. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Ito Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On the ground, this is Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Past the 20, 10, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw, Mariota. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Chris Jones getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA and playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
It's complete to Graham. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards on the play. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On the ground, Michel. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes to Michel on the dump off. And he loses the football a 2nd time. It's picked up by the Titans. The 30, 20, 10, and they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And a big turning point here in the 2nd half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Point after here coming up. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And what a pressure spot for both sides, really. But they're at home now. They have the football here in the playoffs, sort of controlling their own destiny.
It's a spot they've all dreamed of. This is where you want.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes to Michel on the screen. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. You give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. For 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Mahomes to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey.
Let's bring it.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, Lawson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high, the tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Mariota on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. It's caught by Davis. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Shaq Lawson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's fielded at the 45. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Mahomes firing complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Watch out for Hill on the return. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 27-21. A minute 52 to play. A touchdown likely means they move on in these playoffs. Tense moments for the hometown faithful as they've got it with a 1st down. They'll look to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. That's out to his running back, Michel. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Back to throw, Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw is Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. DeAndre Baker, the first corner chosen in this year's draft, there to make the play defensively. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. Butker now to add the extra point. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Butker on for the PAT. And they have got the lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. One last shot now for Mariota. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Kansas City.
Let's hit the post-game tailgates and grab some of that barbecue.
Yeah, BBQ.